Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Curtis. We are back for day 2 or part 2 of our sailboat drawing. We're going to be adding some color in here. Now, I am going to be using markers for my drawing, but if all you have are crayons or colored pencils, you can certainly use those. There are a couple of tricky things when we're coloring our water in our sailboat that I want you to pay attention to. So we're going to go over those first, and then you'll color the rest of it on your own. The first thing is the water. It doesn't matter what color you choose for your water. I'm going to go ahead and choose this kind of blue color for my water. So it's going to be a light blue. Yeah, light blue. But here's a really tricky thing with water. We want to make sure when we color our water that we're always coloring left to right. This is really important because if we were to color up and down, the lines from our coloring are going to make it look like our water is falling. So we don't want to color up and down like this. We want to make sure we're always coloring from left to right when we're creating water. Okay, it gets a little tricky and I'll show you why here in just a second. But it's important for making water look like it's actually water and not a waterfall. Now, we're going to start, of course, with our outline. So the first thing I'm going to do is create that outline or force field around my objects. So starting along the top of my water, I'm going to create that line. And I'm going to go all the way around my sailboat. This is going to take the longest of anything we do for coloring, but it's really important. I'm even going to go around the waves. And you notice that I turn my paper sideways to make it a little bit easier to get to the part that I want to outline. And I turned it around again when I got to the other side. And in between the boat and the sail, I'm creating that outline all the way around. My paper's going to be upside down here for a second. All the way, staying right along that black line. Now, this looks pretty good, but I have 2 more places I need to outline before I start to fill in. And that's in between the sail and the pole that's holding it. So I'm going to create that outline in here as well. Okay, now I've got everything outlined. I'm ready to start coloring. And again, I want my lines to go side to side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a piece of scratch paper. Here it is, like our table guards. And I'm going to start on my outline and go out towards the edge. So I'm always going side to side. And you can see that that paper is catching the extra marker. And I'm using the side of the marker, and it goes pretty fast now that I have that outline. That outline definitely takes the longest, but it makes the next step really easy. So always, always side to side when we're doing water. Now here it gets a little tricky. I can go all the way across this time. Turn my table guard this way. All the way across. And even in those little points, I'm going to make sure I'm going side to side. Even when I get in here between the sail and the pole, I'm going to make sure I'm going side to side. I don't want to switch. I want to make sure I want those lines to look like they're water flowing through my paper. There we go. And I'm going to finish up this water. All right, we've finished up our water and you are going to move on to coloring the rest of your boat. Remember to use our technique of outlining the shapes first, creating that force field, and then filling them in, making sure it's nice and neat all the way through the drawing. I enjoyed drawing with you today, and I cannot wait to see what you created. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.